Hello everyone, and welcome to another video for Star Wars Collective. This video is coming to you as fresh as can be. We worked all night to get this video made, so with that being said, let's get right on into it. This episode starts off right where the last one ended, with Team Ahsoka in some force on Cetos, where Sabine and Ahsoka are preparing to hit them on their base on the planet. Ahsoka talks with Sabine while she's suiting up and tells her they may have to make a difficult choice coming up, like whether or not to give up on fighting Ezra or allowing Thrawn's return as heir to the Empire. Huyang gets the power back up, only to be ambushed soon after. After putting hands on the attacker, showing he can throw down, Huyang disconnects the power, alerting Ahsoka. Hera takes off with Carson Teva, Jason, and 4 other X-Wing fighters, jumping into hyperspace to assist Team Ahsoka. We next learn from Baylan about just how dangerous it is to have even the slightest miscalculation, and they'll end up lost to the deep voids of space. We run into Shin and Marrok in the forest as they intercept Sabine and Ahsoka before they can reach Baylan and stop them from getting the coordinates. Interestingly enough, during her duel with Marrok, Ahsoka only uses one blade, which can only be her using Dim Sum, her master Anakin's preferred form of lightsaber combat. Next, we're treated to the reveal of Marrok, who simply turns out to be some Night Sister magic done by Elsbeth to resurrect a mummy and turn into a zombie, like when Mother Talzin did the same thing during the Clone Wars, when Grievous invaded Dathomir with the droid army. Ahsoka then takes off to stop Baylan and Elsbeth, leaving Sabine to deal with Shin. Ahsoka arrives at the ruins where the map is, to Baylan waiting for her. He tells her of how Anakin spoke highly of her, but she tells him that Anakin didn't say anything about him. Sabine uses what looks like a force push, though pretty weak, on Shin. Shin then takes off to ascend Baylan, who has cornered Ahsoka after she stops the map from downloading the calculations. But upon getting there, and Ahsoka thinking she killed Sabine, Ahsoka uses the Force and throws Shin against a rock, knocking her out. When Sabine shows up, not too long after, we see Baylan knock Ahsoka off the cliff, but not before Ahsoka warns Sabine to destroy the map. Now, I gotta say, I was on the edge of my seat at this point. I mean, Ahsoka was presumably dead, and everything hanging on Sabine, who disobeys her master's last order and doesn't destroy the map and gives it to Baylan instead. So then we continue with the download, and the download happens. Baylan destroys the map, and funny enough, too, after that, we see Shin give Sabine a taste of what the Force can really do and hits her with a Force choke. The 3 of them then return back to the Eye when Hera and the others show up, but it's a little too late. After moments of powering up, the Eye jumps into hyperspace, destroying 2 X-Wings in the process. Right after, interestingly enough, Jason has a bad feeling, which can only be his Force sensitivity kicking in. But that's really no surprise with his father being Kanan. We do a fly over the cliff before being taken into the world between worlds, where Ahsoka awakes and is greeted by her old master, Anakin. Which makes me wonder, how did she get there? Did she get to this place simply because of she's on like the brink of death, and because of her sacrifice back on Mortis and her fusion with Morai is, and like her essentially being a god now, does that like, did she go there as like a way of preventing her death and like kind of almost saving her, giving her like an opportunity to go back in time and stop the events from happening? And then not only that, but after Anakin returns in the world between worlds and Ahsoka gets a glimpse of him, right after that, the episode ends. But before the episode ends, it cues up Vader's music, which is it's got to be something. I feel like you can't Why would you play Vader's music if you're gonna have Anakin standing there? So I feel like it's gonna have something to do with Anakin being at that, maybe on that edge of turning to the dark side right before Mustafar. But let me know what you think. Drop a comment down below. Let me know what you think about this and any theories that you might have. Drop a like on the vid as well. And with that being said, have a great rest of your day, and may the Force be with you.